It's 10 a.m. I'm awake. Slightly. And I'm trying to get functional. My mom said something about she's going to cook and asked me to get some coffee thrown together, so I need to make my way to the kitchen and help out. I am a little bit sore from some of the arm stuff yesterday, but it's not horrible. I'm going to try to do some more exercises today, just probably not until later this afternoon. I'm still feeling some pain from the MRI IV. Still got some bruising from the first stick. It looks like it stops at the watch, but it's really just above it. Non-watch. Fitness monitor. It's monitoring my fitness. Fitness whole burrito in my mouth. So it sounds like big breakfast. I gotta go help with that, and there goes my plans for, like, you know what, I might still go ahead and have cereal instead. Everybody else in my family has the ability to work off that many calories. I don't. Conserve the energy, use it wisely. The cat started trying to climb over me to get to my little shelf that I used as a nightstand last night. I have no idea why he was trying to do that. I just know that was a really bad idea because the shelf is meant to hold about 5 pounds. And the cat is a very beefy chunk. And he weighs about 18 pounds. I'm not supposed to lift him. So the shelf would definitely have come down. Kind of like the time one of my kids tried to sit on it. That is life with guys. They just break things. They don't even know they're doing it. Constantly. Then my kids pretty much yell at me in response, I wasn't trying to. And I'm like, I didn't say you were trying to. I said you need to be aware of your surroundings. Coffee, though. Yeah, I can get behind that. $1:30 exactly. That's not bad for being high. I'm still in my jammies, but kids have been sleeping in lately, and that's really not going to be a good idea once school starts up again. So to get them both awake a little earlier today, like just before 10 o'clock, I went and shook the one that had his headphones on. There's no cord on his headphones, but they will break if you leave them on, right? Anyway, yeah, I told them both get functional. Nana's making bacon, and that I had put $5 in their Steam accounts, which apparently is enough for them to sit up and take notice, quite literally. Technically, it's outfit time because you can see my jeans and my top. I wanted to update you guys on the clothing purge. I have ditched another 2 items. One is a pink pair of athletic shorts that I use as pajamas, and the other is a legit pair of Supernatural pajama pants that they were just falling off of me, and they did not go in the trash like the shorts did, because the shorts were a mess. These I passed on because they are unisex, so I passed those on to my 11-year-old. He's gonna be taller than me, so he's not gonna be dragging the floor. And guys are just usually a lot bigger than 130, so he's already at 140-ish. So that's it. Both my kids are bigger than me. I mean, as a mom, you expect that at some point, especially with boys, but dang, really just like slaps you in the face sometimes. Coffee. I need to drink the rest of my coffee. I need to go grab my bowl of Kicks. Okay, it's 12:45. I did have my bowl kicks and I had a cup of coffee. And the Amazon delivery thing got here and I was freaking out because I get the email, right? And I'm checking the front porch and it says it's delivered. And I'm like, it's not on the porch. And granted, my house is kind of hard to find. So I leave a Google Maps code in there that you can just like click on if you're a delivery driver. It takes you to Google Maps and it shows you like GPS coordinates of my house. So there should be no mix-ups. Well, I am this close to going, where the heck is my order that I paid for? And then I go and check the back door because when you live in a mobile home, it's not always obvious which door is the front door and which door is the back door. And they left the order on the back steps instead of the front. It's weird. It is weird. Anyway, so I did not put that in that it hadn't gotten it. I'm really glad I checked first because otherwise, somebody would have gotten a nasty gram from their bosses, I guess. So I get all that stuff put up and I see the dog jump up onto the couch with his little chewy that he's been obsessing over. And I reach over with both hands because he's small, like go to, hey buddy, right? Like you do with pets. He, I guess, didn't notice I was there because he was too absorbed in his chewy toy. And he's like obsessed over it. And so I put my hands on this small dog, which I guess, now that I think about it, because of the size that he is, could feel like a freaking giant mouth coming down to get you. And he made this horrible noise like he was, being tortured, and spun around and nipped me in the arm. I don't know if you can see the welt. Yeah, I scared the dog. Poor thing. This dog is a mess. This is why he lives with us and not with people who wouldn't know. And I should do better about not scaring animals. But I'm okay. I got him riled up and into a playtime kind of a mood. And then I took him outside. So he is okay. He forgives me. Anyway, I'm thinking TV. See if I can watch The Crown without the whole lizard people thing coming up again. I don't know. I still feel bad about scaring the dog. It's 2:14 and I'm bored, so check this out. Vanilla shortbread, blueberry pie. This is either blue or red, and I guess I'm going to find out when it starts melting. Candle mold wick stoppers. They go in this busted off funnily chunk of candle mold, which I'm going to probably end up hot gluing or possibly stopping up with foil. I got a roll of wick, got some actual wax, got a little bit of blue wax, some stearic acid to make the paraffin a bit more friendly, and this thing because I'm not messing with a stove. So I was putting the plug and the wick into this candle mold, and the other half of the place where the wick is supposed to just sit busted off, which means that the plug is sticking down into where the candle's supposed to form, and I'm going to try to do this anyway. I'm going to slowly build up a little bit of wax at the tip of this cone here, and I am going to let that get nice and solidified, nice and hardened before I try pouring the rest of the candle. That way, hopefully, this will stay good and sealed. So I'm going to use my little heat ray to melt wax in the mold and watch and make sure that it's not just completely dripping out and going everywhere. Then after it's hardened, I'm going to mess around with the colors and scents and things. At which point, it will melt a good chunk of the wax that's already in there, but I'm going to try to leave some of it hardened at the very bottom. That blue stuff is wax, candle wax. I'm going to add some stearic acid to help it kind of stabilize, but I'm not breaking bad up in here. So here's where we're at so far. There's a little bit of liquid wax down in there. I put the solid stuff in and a little tiny bit of the blueberry pie scent. Alright, this is looking solid enough to add more. Okay, I got the blueberry pie scent in there. I got kind of a far more brilliant color than what's already in the mold, and there's not a whole lot of it, which should leave me plenty of room for the vanilla shortbread. So I'm going to open the valve and let's see if I remember to clear this. Yep. I'm going to have to center the wick after I do this. I don't know if it really shows, but it's going to start melting the lower layer just a bit. Hopefully not all the way. Of course, the top is going to burn off a lot faster than the bottom layer. So it's going to take about the same amount of wax. I didn't let the blue harden up as much as I should have before putting the yellow in. And so now my vanilla shortbread layer is green. Whatever, it's still going to smell good. Looks like a swamp. Scissors and a blackhead extractor. Yep. This is the super fancy way of keeping that wick centered. It's 29. I've been watching a couple of episodes of Sabrina, the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, not the sitcom, not the cartoon. And I have been trying to get a little bit of a workout rolling. It's not going very fast, but whatever. And I'm trying to figure out, stuff I can do in my room without a whole lot of equipment. Adjusting for physical capability, I guess. Something from my last round with physical therapy, which was for recovering after shoulder surgery. My shirt's sitting funny. This little band thing is stretchy. This part of it goes into a door, and then you pull on these, and that gives a little bit of resistance, which is probably a little more helpful for somebody who can't lift weights. Dinner was a pork in kind of a vegetable broth with carrots, celery, and onions, and some cornbread. But that didn't quite do it, so I also had a cup of cottage cheese with a little bit of the Splenda-based Smucker's raspberry preserves and a kiwi. And about the time I was done with that, the candle had hardened, so I took it out of the mold and I gave the other candle to my kid. It's 12:14 and it has taken me since about 11 o'clock to get this video cut down under 20 minutes. And now that I've got it down to 13 minutes, having taken out a lot of the candle making process and me talking about working out to the best of my ability, now I'm gonna push it further and try for 20 minutes. No, not really. Really, it's after midnight. I watched a whole bunch of Sabrina episodes, the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. Pretty good stuff, I gotta admit. I just want to call it night. I am exhausted. Hairs, I have stretched out another hair tie. I recently tried with those hair bobbles, and if you put them in a cup and pour boiling water over them, they do shrink down to the size they're supposed to be. As you can see, the candle worked. The swamp layers down here at the bottom. The blue one, the other blue one, the light blue one, It got passed off to John. Does smell like fudge brownie, so yay for that. I've had too much TV and too much crafting and too much exercise, and I'm tired. I just want to sleep. So, tomorrow should be fun. And I did look up what day my kids are supposed to be back in school, which is still going to be virtual, and it's Tuesday. So today is Saturday. We're going into Sunday now. Technically, we're in Sunday because it's after midnight. I tried. I was really helpful to get this exported by 11:30. I underestimated just how much I will go on at length about making candles. My calories were a little too low today. I didn't push it. I didn't skip lunch. I had a snack bar that I had gotten, but I completely forgot to show you guys that. At any rate, I need an earlier morning, so I'm gonna pull the curtains thing again. I was halfway through episode 6 of part 1 of Sabrina, and I'm not going to be putting it back on. I am just going to bed. I am really tired. I haven't even checked to see what the weather's going to be like. It's fine. I didn't manage a whole 60 minutes of exercise or activity, but I'm still tired from yesterday, so I'm not pushing it. I do plan to try to make more minutes, I guess, tomorrow than I did today, because I was very distracted with that plastic candle, which is burning entirely too slow for me. Not slow, it's burning too quickly. I do have pillars which would burn slower, but I like the funky shape of the, I'm gonna have to look up what shape that is now because it's getting to me. Okay. Seems as though I'm going to be just as sore tomorrow as I was this morning. Possibly more so. I guess I'll see what happens. Thanks for sharing my day with me.